Hey guys, welcome back.
You know you like that.
Hello.
Okay, so today I was supposed to be on a flight to Melbourne, but I'm clearly not. So instead of Melbourne vlogs, we're gonna be bringing you 7 of our top oh shit travel moments in 7 minutes. So we have them all listed in here and we're gonna take turns drawing them out. You can have a moment to think and compose what you're gonna say. Should we get started?
Alright.
Alright.
My nose is so itchy.
Do you have nose hairs? They're all like sticking out and everything.
What the? Yes.
Okay, what does that mean?
Alright, that means I choose you to go first.
Okay. I got underweight luggage. Oh, is that overweight luggage? Okay, I'm ready.
And go.
Okay, so we're on the last leg of our trip home from a 6-month trip, and we're in Malaysia, and so we've got like textbooks and heaps of gifts to bring home and 3 seasons worth of clothing. So we're like jackets and bags, and we tried to do this method where Bray would go and check in without me and without his carry-on, so it looks like he doesn't have heaps of luggage, and then like would swap over and I'll go and check in without him. So we thought we were fine at the Malaysia airport, and then before the security check-in they had people weighing bags. Like we were just panicking so badly and trying to like throw out anything we could. Anyways, we ended up like carrying our luggage and like pretending that it didn't weigh anything at all and like sucking it in, smiling and waving because they were just picking random people to weigh. But luckily we made it through, but it was gonna be like a oh shit moment because we were broke as hell, we didn't have jobs, and it was like our last flight home. We just needed to get on that plane without getting charged.
Ooh, look at that. 1 second.
Ah, yes!
Just.
Oh, that was so intense.
That was a lot of talk, a lot of words.
I made it.
Just. Alright, ooh, I'm worried about my one now.
Okay.
I could barely keep up, and I was there.
I'm getting sweaty from this.
Getting hot in here.
Ready?
Oh god, this is I got 24 hours early.
24 hours early.
A minute.
We'll get started when you're ready.
Oh god, I didn't quite think that.
We need to recreate that panic here
Yeah.
that we felt during all these moments.
Yeah, and go. So it was our last night in Thailand, in Phuket, and we were planning on catching a flight at around 5 a.m. in the morning. Anyway, we got everything sorted out, we booked our driver, we packed all our stuff, you know, went to bed the night before, got a couple hours sleep, woke up around 3 a.m. and went downstairs to the reception to see if our driver was there. Reception was like, who the hell are you guys? There's no driver booked, you know, why do you need to be here? And basically we spent like 2 hours just trying to get a driver who eventually turned up and took us to the airport. We get to the airport just in time, then go to check in, and the attendant says to me, what time's your flight? I said, oh, it's like at 6 a.m. Nope, turns out it was the next day.
Oh wow! 13 seconds.
Oh, 13 seconds. I didn't know how much longer I had, to be honest.
Since you have 13 seconds left, do you want to elaborate on anything?
In 13 seconds.
Go.
After that, it was basically, we'd all checked out, we had nothing to do because we'd returned all our stuff, so we actually had 24 hours more than we thought, but we were in this area where there was nothing, so we had a whole day to kill, basically.
Okay, better 24 hours early than 24 hours late.
Absolutely.
We were like, do we sleep for 24 hours in the airport and be those people? But we ended up booking like a $30 hotel across the road, and we had to like carry 6 pieces of luggage across this like 6-lane highway with the most rickety bed, and then we checked in there at 7 a.m. And then during the day, because they had bikes there free to use, we were like, okay, what?
Who turned the sun off? Right.
We were like, okay, where can we go? And there was a spot where planes were taking off So we were like, okay, look, why don't we bike there? Because we didn't have a moped. So we end up like biking along this like highway, and 10 minutes in we're like, no way, we're gonna die. So we turned around and went back to the hotel.
And then we got chased by dogs.
Like what are they called? Ravaged dogs? Rampant?
Rabbit? Rampant dog?
And we got chased by like at least 3 dogs, and here we are on these bikes like, wait.
Is that how you bike?
Yeah. Oh, and the roads were all cracked as well, so it was like this. And then the dog was like,
I don't know what's more stressful, the story or the time limit.
The whole situation was stressful. We're trying to like recreate that.
Right.
I got Barley Man. This is definitely my story.
So you ready? And go.
Okay, so we just left Taiwan. I had a fever, and then we had a 9-hour layover in Changi overnight, and my fever was getting worse. We get into Bali at like 7 a.m. Then we got to our hotel at 8 a.m. We weren't allowed to check until 12. Anyways, we kill some time, come back, and I am knackered. I go to sleep, Ray goes for a swim, and then he comes for a sleep, and it was broad daylight, like 2 p.m. Anyways, our bed was facing a pool which was backed by a fence. I wake up after like 1 or 2 hours sleeping, and there's this face in the bushes staring at me, and I wake Ray up and I'm like, someone's like watching us, and he's like, no way. Anyways, we wake up, check him out, and sure enough, there was this guy popping in and out of the bushes, watching us. Anyways, we panicked, we didn't know what to do. Do we call the police? We called our Airbnb host, we called our friend, like call a friend, and basically at the end, we ended up checking out, booking a new hotel that night, and luckily we did, because when we left the hotel, we saw flashlights and heard voices coming from like beyond the fence.
All time.
That was stressful.
Basically, we got spied on, and we don't know what they wanted, or what they could have, but we got out of there safely.
And who knows how long they were watching us for. I'm gonna need something to like de-stress me after this. What's going on with this ladder?
Wrong terminal.
We sound like horrible travelers.
We do. We're not that bad, I promise.
Ready and go.
So, it was our last night in Japan, and I was responsible for getting us all to the airport and the right terminal. As part of that, I did a triple check. You know, it says Terminal 1, I've got to get to Terminal 1. I got to catch the train. We got to catch the train to Terminal 1.
Last train of the night.
Last train of the day. Sounds all good. Great. Also, again, a really early flight, and the last train out was at midnight. We'll basically jump on the train, all our luggage, everything like that. I look at all the stops of where the train goes, and it says Terminal 1 is for domestic flights. I thought that was a little weird because we were flying to Malaysia, but I was
No,
like,
Hong Kong.
And I was like, oh, that's a bit weird. Hong Kong's not domestic in Japan, but whatever. It's what it says on my itinerary. Sweet, let's go there. And it's the last stop. So we catch the train all the way to the last stop. Terminal 1, get off the train. First thing I see is a sign, handwritten, which is like, for all international travel, you need to go to Terminal I. I, not 1. They look exactly the same. Ended up, we were stranded there with a few other people that obviously made the same mistake, and we ended up having to wait for a shuttle to take us back to the correct terminal because we passed it on the way.
Well, I think we were like one of the last people off that train as well, because by that time it was like past midnight, or like 1 a.m. or something. We had to check in by like 5 a.m. I think. Yeah. And we're like, what do we do?
Someone keeps turning the lights on and off.
Turn all the lights on!
Is it gonna come back?
It's really dark.
It's so temperamental.
Coming back, here it comes.
And this, you guys, is what's called exposure.
I thought exposure was when you get noticed on Instagram.
Yeah. We're flying through these.
Yeah, shouldn't need to take too long.
As a lot of them are related to flying. I got wrong res video. Aw, that sounds sad.
Right,
okay.
Ready, and go.
Okay, so we embark on this trip in 2018 where we don't know how long we're going to be gone for, and this is our first big international trip. We both quit our jobs, and I decided, hey, why not use this opportunity to vlog? And we took a lot of videos during this trip. It was like 5 or 6 different countries, and there was a lot of memories on that. When we got home to review the footage and start editing, we were like, this looks a bit weird, and there were these big black bars on the side, and we checked, and all the footage was filmed in 640 by 320. So So there was more of a sad cry moment than anything, but always check your settings, guys. Yeah.
Just a real rookie mistake.
That was a real rookie mistake.
8 seconds.
Yeah, well, if you ever wonder why I didn't vlog that long trip, I did. I just don't want to show it.
Yeah, all the footage is just really low resolution.
Yeah, which is a shame.
I don't know why we didn't pick it up earlier.
Alright.
I just grabbed one. Milford Cruise.
Alright, you've got a minute.
Ooh.
And go.
So we were down in the South Island over New Year's, and we had a cruise booked at Milford Sound, which was about a 5 to 6 hour drive from where we were staying in Wanaka. It was the last cruise booked for the day, and we basically allowed enough time for us to get there and sightsee along the way. So left quite around 8 a.m. in the morning, took our time, turned up at the terminal, didn't account for the walking distance from the car park to the terminal, and ended up turning up as the cruise left. Now, the reason for that was that we somehow got our time wrong and didn't realise we were meant to turn up a little bit earlier, and like I said, last cruise of the day. Now, luckily there is a silver lining to this, is that there was one other cruise, not the same one, but another cruise half an hour after it, which luckily we were allowed to swap our booking over to.
Yeah.
So, lucky save. I mean, otherwise we would have driven all that way, like the whole day pretty much all for nothing, and then driven all the way back all for nothing.
We had to fork out for that one.
Correct.
That was like a luxury one, and that was truly the last one of the day. We saw all these other counters like closing up and stuff, and we're like, okay,
Yeah, okay.
12 hours of driving just
All for
to turn around, I guess.
Yeah.
Alright, lucky last. I wonder what this one is.
I have a suspicion, I know.
I can't remember. I know what these are,
Right.
but I just can't remember.
Ready?
I'm ready. Oh! This one is probably my least favourite. Alright, okay.
And go.
Okay, so we were down in the South Island last year with my cousin and her boyfriend. We decided to do a winter camper van trip for 2 weeks. And this is like our first time for everyone in a camper van, and we had looked up this spot which was halfway between Queenstown and Glenorchy. And because we were self-contained, we could stay in places it was kind of like a car park situation. Anyway, so next morning, 8 a.m, we wake up nice and early to go about our day, and the camper van wouldn't start, and we're like, oh boy, what's happened now? So we were trying to call AA, we're trying to call the camper van company.
No service.
No service, and basically the whole thing ended up taking over 48 hours to get resolved, one of the days, which was my cousin's birthday as well. But yeah, it was like not ideal, and we got screwed around so many times within that 48 hours. It sucked so much.
Time. I think that's a big one. There's a lot of factors in that one, which is going to be covered in a separate video.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to make another video and explain everything that happened, because I would have liked to know about all this before I went. So hopefully if any of you guys are planning a camper van trip down south, this would be quite helpful for you to know. Okay, we did it.
I think we all stuck within time.
Oh, come on. This is supposed to be a team effort.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up.
I was going to say, you don't have a minute to do this. You don't need to talk so fast.
I can try. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up. If you had an oh shit moment when you travelled, leave a comment below and let us know.
This is like intense. Wow.
We will catch you guys next time.
Let us know about your travel stories below.
We just said that like 3 times.
I don't know which one you're going to use.
Okay, we will catch you guys next time. Sit.
I'll do the gnome.
Do the gnome.
He doesn't know what to do.
Do the gnome. Do the gnome.
He doesn't know what to do. Look at him. Bent into an S. Oh, that's very good.
Oh, look.
Oh, that's a pretty good trick. Oh, no, you've done it. Does that count? No one can see it. No one can see this. It's just a white blob on the screen.
Sit here and do it. 12.
He doesn't know what to do.
Come here. 12.
That's as good as you get. Come.
Come here.
Back. Good enough. He's taken my spot.
Not again.
No! Why are you like this?
Alright, turn around. You can be in the video then.
Nikki, go chase your toy. Stay there. Oh, no, oh my god. Are you
Do you
done?
mind?
Are you done?
Do you mind?
Nikki, you're taking all the footage.
We have no footage left.
Definitely gonna go there. Get it up, no, get it up the camera too.